Hi, I am the Box Office Wizard bringing you weekend box office predictions and movie review. The actual numbers are finally in. It's taken them a long time to get to that point. I'm going to review those, also give you an update on my segment of Beat the Expert. Also first, want to wish one of my subscribers a happy birthday. So happy birthday, Jose. Hope it's a great day for you. Number one, no surprise, Doctor Strange. Big weekend, 85 million is right where it came in at. And so off to a great start. Obviously, last weekend it had a great start internationally, and it is now actually up to 325 million worldwide. It actually added 200 million here in this past week. So my prediction was 90.1 million, so just a little bit off, not too bad. And most of the other experts had it in the low to mid 80s as well. I think one was real close at like 85.2 million, so they had a great prediction on their part. So number two was Trolls. It actually was a lot bigger than what they anticipated. Came in at 46.6 million. I was actually the highest that predicted at 40.2 million. Brian had made a prediction of 44 million, so he was real close on that. Thanks for that prediction, Brian. And overseas, it's actually made 104 million already overseas, so it's off to a great start there. It's 150 million already worldwide. It actually has a budget of 125 million. So with this start, though, it's going to easily make the studio some money. And I would predict that with a great word of mouth, with as strong as it did perform this weekend, really wasn't a lot of competition for this for their target audience. So next weekend should be even a little bit better than what's typical with the normal drop. Third place was Hacksaw Ridge. Had a good weekend at 15.2 million. I made a prediction of 15.8, so it's off to a decent start. Just a Guy made a prediction of 24 million. Thanks for that prediction. If you haven't checked him out, go to his YouTube channel, Just a Guy. He opens up Nerd Blocks. He also does weekend grab and reviews where he buys all kinds of movies, a lot of things you haven't heard of, so check him out if you get a chance. So, fourth place was Boo, a Medea Halloween. No surprise that it had a big drop at 7.7 million. Halloween's passed. Still a great show to see. My prediction was 7.2 million. It's actually made 65 million already here in the U.S., and I'm not sure if it's going to reach 100 million, but either way, if it finishes in the mid-80s, just a great return on their investment for Tyler Perry and his company there. So, fifth place was Inferno. Had about a normal drop at 6.2 million. My prediction was 6.7. It's only made 26 million here in the U.S. Obviously not going to do anywhere what the other numbers were. May wrap up with about 45 million total. Probably closer to 45. But however, though, it's now at 185 million worldwide, so not sure if they're going to make another one after this or not, but they will definitely have a good return on their investment for this movie as well. So, sixth place was The Accountant, came in at 5.9 million. Another great weekend for it. I made a prediction of 4.6 million, so it's just a little bit off. It's now made 71 million here in the U.S., starting to now pick up a little bit of steam overseas at 38 million. Seventh place was Jack Reacher. Came in at 5.5 million. So another disappointing weekend. Although the drop wasn't as steep as it could have been, my prediction was 4.8 million. So it did okay. Overall, though, it's only at 112 million worldwide. Though we're just going to have to wait and see if it can, have a couple markets where that it will do very well, performance-wise, and hopefully we get a third Jack Reacher, because the first one was great. This one looks great as well. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, though. If you have seen it, though, put in the comments below what you thought about it. So, eighth place was Ouija. It came in at 3.9 million. Decent weekend for it overall. I made a prediction of 3.4 million, so not too bad on my part there. It's now made 31 million here in the U.S., 33 million overseas, for a total of 64 million worldwide. So it's doing very well. Not a big budget, so I think we'll definitely see a trilogy in the works for the Ouija franchise. Finishing in ninth was The Girl on the Train at 2.7 million. I was real close at a prediction of 2.35 million. It's now at 70 million here in the U.S., 140 million worldwide. So it's doing very well for this popular book. I don't know how you come up with a sequel for this, but you just never know. So, but overall, though, it's a great movie that I do want to see, but I just haven't had a chance yet. So, and last, finishing out the top 10 was Miss Peregrine. Came in at 2.1 million. I made a prediction of 2.6 million. This movie continues to do very well overseas. So, Hey, my next segment is Beat the Expert. This is where I compare myself to the other experts that make predictions. And for the week, I actually finished second place. First place was a rare win by Box Office Profits at 88.5%. I came in at second at 87.7%. Box Office Pro is right there behind me at 87.5%. And at the bottom was Box Office Mojo at 86.6%. So everybody was real close this week. Big market for this weekend on numbers for the top, and it should be not much of a drop for those top three movies. I don't think either this next weekend. So overall, though, I have retained my lead at 82.65%, and Box Office Pros at 81.6%. So I'm still retaining almost a 1% lead in this. And when I'm going to finish it up at the end of the year, so we'll have to see who's going to be crowned best predictor, I guess you want to say, for the year. Hey, that's it for today's show. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll be back on Friday giving you predictions you can count on. They're better than the weatherman. Take care.